Thank you very much, Jian. That was terrific. And let's, before we close, we do have to close the webcast, but I do have one question I want to squeak in, if you don't mind. We'll spend maybe a minute answering this, and then we'll wrap our presentation up. So the final question I would like to ask is, what are the sanctions for noncompliance? And are regulators particularly interested in FATCA compliance? So this is around, are the regulators interested in it, and what are some of the sanctions, I guess, so we can condense this into a manageable answer. Anybody want to talk about that for just a minute?
So I can let you know in the UK, but again, every tax jurisdiction sanctions are different. So you must check where you are reporting from, what their sanctions are. So predominantly in the UK, we have a financial penalty for incorrect or late submission, which is £3,000 GB pounds per return per legal entity. Not a great amount. So in addition to that, they have brought in a criminal corporate offence for the facilitation of tax evasion, which is more around control-based. So what Denise was talking about, have you got the right controls and governance around your prevention of facilitation of tax evasion? So, and taking somebody off a return without good reason is seen as that facilitation. And we're just about to bring in a new regime, mandatory disclosure, which means that if any of our colleagues anticipate that there is tax evasion, then that's a reportable offence within 30 days of identifying it. And of course, throughout all of this, tax evasion has always been a financial crime and submitted to our Financial Conduct Authority. So quite extensive for us in the UK.
In Singapore, it's similar from a IRS perspective. I think they're fairly clear in the regulations, and there are clear sanctions and penalties imposed. I think the one thing for Singapore that I'd like to add is it's become personally accountable with our regulatory requirements on accountability. I think it's more important to highlight that people involved in the various functions and roles and responsibilities need to take it seriously. I don't think the authorities are, I mean, they want to work together with the FIs, but they're not afraid to be pragmatic about the situation and impose certain personal sanctions as well.
Just on the last point, so I think it's more than just a monetary fine. Reputational risk is potentially much more you know, it could impact them from a reputational point of view. It's going to be much more than just the fine itself.